Hey guys, in my last video I revealed I'm a PlayStation fan.
This is it! It's a PlayStation 5!
So we're ranking all the consoles. Here are the ones I'm including, and... Alright, let's just start. 13, PlayStation Classic. This is the cutest PlayStation console. Not the hottest, but the cutest. One of the biggest problems with this console is that the two controllers it comes with aren't the analog versions, which makes no sense because there are 3D games included. Also, on the plus side, these controllers are better than the original ones, by a little bit. Also, where are the Crash and Spyro in this game library? They're like the most obvious options. No AC adapter as well. You might think I hate this console, but I really don't. It just can't compare to the others at all. Number 12, PlayStation. To be completely honest, this is likely one of the most revolutionary consoles to ever be released. The Xbox, GameCube, and all modern consoles wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this console. The design isn't great, but it was above average for the time. The console started so many amazing series, like Crash and Spyro. This is a fantastic piece of tech, but I wouldn't really recommend to use it today. Sure, the Xbox 360 doesn't work as great as it used to, but that's different, and I'll explain why if I make an Xbox ranking video.
Hi, girls. Hi.
11. PS2. Wow, the best-selling game console of all time. 155 million units sold, jeez. This console can play PS1 games, PS2 games, and DVDs, which is insane. I also like the two USB ports, those are good. The only real reason why this console is number 11 is because the console is just improved from here. Also, this console had limited edition color variants, and they just look so good! 10. PS5 Digital. Yes, this console being digital brings it down this much for me. I'm a big fan of the PS5, and it has the potential to become even better. But not being able to use discs is a huge knock to this system. I just don't want the risk of having my games deleted by hackers. I know PlayStation is pretty good at solving these issues, but still. 9. PS3 Slim. This console came out at the same time as the Wii, but has insanely better graphics. I mean, the specs in this thing were just insane. The Slim version had more internal space than the fat PS3 because, unfortunately, this was during the rise of digital gaming. The controllers were the best ones at the time. Despite looking similar, the PS3 controllers, DualShock 3 and 6-axis, are wireless and got rid of the horrid analog button. However, you can still plug it in the console and play it that way. 8. PS3 Super Slim. The PS3 Super Slim is the skinniest PS3, but is still rather chubby, which is kind of funny. The Super Slim was the cheapest model, and I like how PlayStation made these different models to reduce the price. It's pretty awesome, actually. The big downside to the Slim PS3 models is that it slashed the PS2 backwards compatibility. Wouldn't it make more sense to have it compatible with PS2 and not PS1, considering it was the most recent console at that point? But whatever, the Super Slim is still a great system, regardless of the flaws. 7. PS2 Slim. Sometimes I wonder how Sony fits all of this code into something this tiny. The design looks really nice, and it could actually be the size of a portable system. The Slim version also opens from the top, which is cool and all, but the disk drive probably couldn't open all the way when under a TV stand. Or at least my TV stand. 6. PSX. This console is like 10 pounds and it's insane. That's more than I weighed at birth! This console is just massive, but it also looks sleek and nice at the same time. Basically, this is just a PS2, but it's also a DVR, which gives it massive bonus points. Number 5. PS4. Alright. The first modern console on our list, aside from the digital PS5. Let me get the elephant out of the room here. This console isn't backwards compatible with any PlayStation console, not even the PS3. But that's actually a good thing in this case, because it was clear Sony wanted to evolve the brand into something new, and it definitely works in its favor in that department. But you know what the big problem is here? The games install onto your hard drive instead of running off of the disc like they used to. I don't really think I have to explain why that's a problem. At least we still have discs on this console at all, which is better than nothing, I guess. The graphics here are at its best. Aside from the PS5, Sony has never released a system with these kinds of graphics. It's kind of insane. The controller is a massive step up from the PS3, refining almost everything in an amazing way. Also, Sony must have seen that Microsoft was making bank by locking online multiplayer behind a paywall. So Sony did the exact same thing. Although they do give you a free game every month, so it isn't that bad. PS Now sucks though, because the games disappear every couple of months. I like to keep my games after I finish them. Aside from that, the PS4 is a great system, but isn't without its flaws. 4. PS4 Slim. This one keeps the sexy curved look of the PS4, but is now slimmer, and I actually like the design a bit more. It's sleeker, which is cool, which is pretty much the same as the PS4, but again, it's slightly better, just because of the design. Number 3, PS4 Pro. The fact that games can run in 4K is really nice, and it also loads faster than the PS4. I really have nothing else to say. Other than that, Nintendo should release a Switch Pro. That would be awesome. Number 2, PS5 Standard. This console is so stupid looking, but I also love it. This console has been around for around 3 years now, and it is truly an amazing system. The console doesn't look as nice with the disc drive sticking out like that, but trust me, it's a worthy trade-off. The controller is the definition of a melt-in-your-hands controller. You guys know what I mean. The adaptive triggers are insane on this thing. You know how when you shoot a gun in real life, you have to apply pressure to the trigger, like before you shoot, like pow! Yeah, that's basically the PS5 controller in a nutshell. And I love it so much. The way the console looks really isn't so bad, but putting it under a TV has to be super awkward. Did I mention that the system is backwards compatible with PS4 games? No, I didn't. But it's really cool. Loading speeds are literally non-existent on the thing. You pop it in, and boom, it starts. Yeah, the PS5 is a great system. I think I made my point. Number 1, PS3. The fat PS3, the big boy, the big daddy, the chubster takes the number 1 spot on this list, and you probably know why. This console, no joke, can play every PS1, PS2, and PS3 game, and Blu-rays, and DVDs. That's just mind-blowing. I know, this launched has 600 big ones, but again, that doesn't affect the quality of the system. This thing can run approximately, this is just like approximate, 12,413 games. I cannot even fathom. This console may not have the best graphics, or the best design, but the sheer quantity of games this thing can run gives it the top spot on this list. Anyways, guys, this was my ranking of every single PlayStation console. If you liked it, then give it a like. If you disliked it, then give it a dislike. If you liked it so much, then subscribe. Anyways, I'm probably going to be releasing another video maybe this week.